So it is day 6 of NaNoWriMo. I've basically spent the whole day writing because I woke up this morning and there was a storm, basically. That's what woke me up. It's been raining on and off for the past like 3 days. It's actually not raining at the moment, which is good, but it's probably going to start up again sometime soon. Anyway, I've been doing a lot of outlining. I've been putting all of the decisions that I've made with characters and with plot and all that stuff in these little flashcards, and I've been putting them up there. I've only got one up there at the moment, but I have been doing that because I have finally stuck with an Enneagram personality type for my main character. I've mentioned a lot about the Enneagram in the past because I just much prefer it to the Myers-Briggs, and I found out that it actually really helps when it comes to character building. And I'm trying to figure out, this is the thing that is kind of annoying me and frustrating me at the moment, because I've written a lot of notes down on kind of her weaknesses and all that stuff, and I've been very vague about it in all of my notes, and I'm trying to figure out what I was trying to say when I wrote them, and I can't figure that out. So I think I might have to redo that and rethink her weaknesses, which is annoying because it means that, because I want the weakness to affect her need, and her need has to affect her moral need, and those two needs have to affect her desire within the story. So they all have to link, which means I have to figure out her weakness first, and if I can't figure out her weakness, I can't figure out all of the other things, because I want it to make sense, and I want everything to be like a domino effect, to kind of, you know, she's this way but she wants this and she can't have this because that is one of her weakness, and but she desires it. Am I making sense? Anyway, so that's what I'm trying to figure out at the moment. I'm going to maybe get some food right now and then maybe go to the gym since it's not raining anymore and I can walk. I'll probably just have to walk really fast to the bus stop before it starts raining again. I don't know. We'll see. So like, I talk to myself all the time when I'm like focused on something like editing or I'm writing, but I literally just caught myself asking a question and then waiting for an answer. I've been alone in the house for way too long. But I did come up with a premise last night. I was too tired to kind of write it and work on it though, but yeah, I'm gonna work on that now because I think I like broke it down enough to one sentence and I can finally sort of figure out what I want my story to be about. Okay, so I haven't actually looked at my writing at all today because I've been kind of all over the place, but I just wanted to document this really weird event that happened, I guess, last night. So my friend was going to get petrol, so we stopped, and there was like a 7-Eleven near there. I waited in the car and there was this girl, this lady. She was kind of walking around in circles. I'm not sure if she was on drugs or if she was mentally ill or something, but she saw my friend walk out the door and started yelling at her, yelling abusive things at her. My friend ignored and went into the 7-Eleven to pay for the petrol and like get snacks for us to hang out tonight. And I locked my door because I could hear her screaming, and then when she got back in the car, the lady started following her to her car, and my friend just like freaked out and just went, alright, she's coming over here, we need to go. So we sped, and as we went out, she was running, basically I think she was just chasing our car on the like sidewalk thing, and it was so scary. It was like probably the most adrenaline I've had all month basically. But yeah, I just thought that was interesting. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and write. Good evening. It is NaNoWriMo day 11. Yes, 11. I haven't been filming for the past 3 days just because I had to be an adult and nothing was, you know, worth filming. Sorry, I keep looking at my garage because it looks creepy. But I just got home from doing a bunch of errands, and then I went to the gym, which is why I have wet hair because, you know, shower and all that. I don't know why I'm telling you this. Anyway, I know I hadn't been filming, but I have been sort of working on some of my writing a little bit. Especially with the premise, because I had a really hard time with that, and I think I'm happy with my premise because I've come up with kind of certain problems that my main character is going to have to face, and I don't know if they're enough yet, so I'm gonna work more on that. But more importantly, I have been catching up on The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead and I have this on and off relationship within the past like 8 years, so I didn't watch it when it first came out, but then someone convinced me to watch it, so I watched the first 3 seasons and I thought it was okay. I did like it for a little bit, but I wasn't in love with any of the characters, so I kind of just didn't have any attachment to it. I also didn't like the second half of season 3, so I stopped watching and I was like, you know what, I'm probably not gonna go back to this show. But in October, I just finished a zombie book and I was like, you know what, I'm kind of in the mood for more zombie gory deaths. So I picked it back up and I loved season 4. But I am more attached to the characters now, and what I did really notice about this show is the character development. I think I commented on someone's NaNoWriMo video about how a lot of people find it easier to deconstruct books as writers and read books as writers, whereas I find it easier to watch TV and movies as a writer and kind of deconstruct the plot and the character development and what the writers have done. But anyway, I'm gonna go and write my own story now.
Expectations so high.
Hearing Eminem rap again brings me back to when I was 10, which is weird. I really like the song though. I've been watching a lot of movies today for research. I'm gonna call it research. It is sort of research because I've been watching movies to do with female friendships of all kinds, whether it be a healthy female friendship or a toxic one or an obsessive possessive one, because one of the things that I want to put into my story is this very strong female friendship, and it could maybe borderline be a little obsessive and possessive. But the thing is, in the past, when I've seen that being done in books and TV and movies, they've all been within the thriller genre, and I don't want to make my story a thriller. So I'm just trying to play around with different ideas on how I can incorporate it without making it into a thriller, because I just want it to be a contemporary. Also, it is part of the story and part of the plot, but I want it to ultimately be about my main character, because I don't want to make my main character a victim or the hero. So yeah, I don't know. I need to do some more thinking. But I watched The Roommate, which is sort of a thriller, and I think it's like one of those cheesy funny ones. It's got Blair from Gossip Girl in it, and I think she's a really cool actress, so I watched that. And I watched Me Without You, which I like the way they did the female friendship in that, because it is that possessive female friendship, and it's basically telling the story of these two best friends and how their friendship goes on throughout years, so it like time jumps over a couple of years. I don't want to do that, obviously, but I do like the way they've done that in that movie. I'm about to watch The Edge of Everything, because one, I just really like that movie, but two, I really like the friendship in that, and how one is so dependent on that friendship. So yeah, that's what I've done this Sunday evening.